Alicia came and Boo ended up on my teachable moment again this week. I'm here to give a breakdown, my opinion, my analysis, my synthesis, my evaluation of the whole situation. I say unofficial interview because he popped up on Romram the Trucker live. Now, Romram the Trucker is someone I really like. I love the fact that he stood for what was right. He had a discussion with Boo. Boo said some stuff on the channel that bothered me. It really made me feel as though he has not been acting that night in his highest wisdom. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, I just want to thank you for coming here. The reason why I said this is because Boo has said some things, he has made some decisions that are highly questionable. He started releasing voice notes that Alicia Kim would have sent to him. Here is where I am against Boo in this situation. And I want you to put yourself in Alicia Kim's shoe. I know that many of us are not fan of Alicia Kim because of how she played the whole divorce and the baby situation. And even to this day, I'm still trying to come to terms and come to grips in understanding the whole situation. However, in my last video, I explained to you that the way in which Boo handled the money situation, I was not here for that. I also shared with you the way in which he allegedly claimed that he didn't eat the food, and I saw the video of him having a plate in front of him, a plate in front of Alicia as well. That did not sit right with me. I am an honest person. If I am here to critique and give teachable moments, I have got to be honest at all costs. So I'm here to tell you that I am not happy about those situations. Listen to several of his videos. I noticed that Boo has been incriminating himself. And I made a suggestion in my last video that instead of Boo continuing with this saga with Alicia, showcasing her bad side and wanting the public to believe that she was really a bad person, he should use that energy and channel it into something positive by taking us around the city of Miami, Florida, and show us how he lives his life, or show us the city. He could go to the Everglades, what have you. Now, I noticed that he did take my advice, which shows that he saw my video. The last video that he uploaded after his unofficial interview with Romram the Trucker, I noticed that he took the camera showing Miami Carnival. Now, I'm not here for carnival and all those things because I'm a Christian, but the fact that Boo decided to pivot a bit, move away from the hot seat, and pivot himself into a different direction by distracting his audience a bit with showing them around Miami during carnival time. I thought that was brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I know his video is not going to get a lot of views because most of the persons don't want to see those positive things. A lot of people are on YouTube and on social media to soak up and drink up the drama. They love drama. Okay, I'm just saying up in there. So all in all, what he did showcasing Miami and its carnival was a good look for him. Now let us go back to the interview that Boo did with Romram the Trucker. You see, when he started releasing those voice notes, rubbed me the wrong way. Guys, if you have your sister, if you have your brother, if you have your mother, if you have your daughter, if you have a close friend whom you hold dear to your heart, would you be happy if an ex whom they were with decided after a divorce to come on social media and release those private conversations for the whole world to hear? I'm waiting on you to answer that rhetorical question. You see, all of us love to say, oh yes, he's right. Boo right to do this, Boo right to do that. He right to release them, as I'm hearing in all of the comments. But have you stopped for a moment and asked yourself, could it have been my mother, my brother, my sister? And how would I have reacted? Would I have said that that person was right to do those things to my family member? So here is where I come in, bring my personal life into it. When I separated from my ex, okay, in my island, a lot of the private things, moments we shared ended up everywhere. Certain things that went down in our marriage. I'm just sitting up in here, so it hurt me to the core. It hurt me to the core. You didn't have to do what he did. Boo, no. Boo, you did not have to be holding on to those voice notes after 6 years. What you holding on them for? We're not going to make soup with them after 6 years? No, man. Boo, nah. No, this not make you look good. It makes me feel as though Boo had an intention. In case this thing didn't work out with him and Alicia, it seems as though he had an axe to grind. In my humble opinion, this is the behavior of a narcissist. Boo came out and he alleged that Alicia's behavior is narcissistic. But what about him releasing voice note after you already filed for divorce? How is this going to benefit you and your life at this moment? You have already moved on. He said in the video he has already moved on. So if you already moved on, why are you releasing them even up until this point? Who is double-minded? And the Bible talks about a double-minded man. A double-minded man, you cannot judge what a double-minded man is going to do and say. In the same interview with Ram, he claims Alicia is his boo forever and Alicia is his love forever. Take a listen and we'll talk.
And as I say, I will always love her. I will always love her. You understand?
And people don't hear that.
That's my baby for life.
If you love Alicia as you claim, and she's in love of your life as you claim, wouldn't you try to protect and treat all of the voice notes as sacred? You wouldn't want the public to hear it, to hurt her, right? You would protect those voice notes, right? Or you would have already erased those voice notes from your phone, right? Because you don't want anyone to hear the dialogue that transpired between the two of you, right? Because you want to protect her. I'm just asking up an answer. People like to throw around the word love. Corinthians 13 tells you love does not hurt. It does not keep any record of any wrong. When you love someone, you don't bring up what they have done in the past. The past is the past. If you say you still have love for them, just move on and wish them well up in the ass. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying up in the ass.
Crystal clear.
Yes, Alicia went ahead within a quick space of time, got pregnant. Yes, we understand that. Many of us, like me, don't like that. We feel played. We feel deceived. Yes, all of that. We know that. But does that give anyone the right to take her private dialogue, her private voice note between that person and her and release them for the rest of the public to hear and issue threat of more voice notes of that nature coming? No. How do you think that makes Alicia feel? I want you to remember, Bo is a human being with a heart. When Bo is right, we say he's right. When he needs sympathy, we give him the sympathy. Alicia Kim also is a human being with a heart. She has just given birth to a baby. And so, for that kind of information to get out to the public, their private conversation, a breastfeeding mom, guys, that is not cool. It's not cool, and I'm here as a Christian to say that is wrong. It has the word wrong written all over it, and I cannot condone it. I cannot. It is wrong. What Bo has just done make me feel so scared to even date, and also scared of communicating certain things with people. I am forever reminded not to send voice notes to people, because sometimes you could be sleeping with your enemy and you don't know. You could be dating your enemy and you do not know. I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I would not want that to happen to my worst enemy. That is hurtful enough. That is really, really hurtful. Wow. Wow. This world is cruel. You child. This world is very cruel. It's like you and I having a really cool conversation. We're communicating back and forth. And then you're holding all these things to use against me. It's not cool. It is spiteful and vindictive, if you ask me. How can I ask so? For real. Sorry guys, but it really touched me deep, because it's bringing back a lot of wounds. Similar happened to me. Oh child. This has opened up a lot of wounds for me. And as a woman, if you're siding with a man for doing that, it speaks volume of your character. I'm just saying. It is imperative for me to study narcissism, because of the fact that when you're on social media, you're going to find a lot of narcissistic tendencies being displayed right before your eyes. And so it is imperative for me to understand it. One of the things I know for sure about them is that they gather information and they use it to hurt the other person in the end. Alicia did record when she got the divorce petition. Alicia did record it and she showed it to us. So both of them, in my humblest of opinion, allegedly engaged in narcissistic behavior. I'm just saying. Because if you really loved him, you won't do that. And if he really loves you, he won't do this thing. I'm just saying. No, we have got to be fair and square. We have to call wrong. We have to give Jack the jacket and roll over the bone up in a ass. Question now becomes, which is the worst of the two narcissistic behavior? Is it the one where Alicia released the footage of her receiving the divorce from the person who came to give it to her? Or is it whose case played all of the private conversations publicly for all to hear? You be the judge. You be the jury. But in all fairness, when Alicia did that recording, when she was receiving the divorce notice, that was her own personal life. That, okay, it was a phase in her life that she was experiencing, and so she wanted to document that for her audience. because to me, documented this has nothing to do with Boo. Okay. Boo had already packed up his things and gone up in a yasso. So in a way, it was not to hurt him. I'm just saying it was for her to tell her story. But Boo, on the other hand, I think it is illegal to release private conversation without the person's permission or person's knowledge to the public. You see, the thing is, you can go into the public domain and take up anything. You see, all of Alicia's video that she put out, we can come and analyze and critique all of Boo's videos he put out, and critique and analyze everything and give our opinion. We would not be held liable. But if we go and take information that is not already in the public domain, we're in for some serious trouble up in our answer. There was a similar issue that was brought to my attention last year, and so I did my research regarding the laws governing the United States of America with defamation and all of that. So I did put together a video. I'm going to share it. Take a listen. I see a lot of persons increasingly reaching out to me in my inbox, asking me to explain to them how they can become a content creator on social media. This is the reason why I'm making this video, in order to address the concerns that those persons who would like to get their feet wet in the game understand. Thing foremost, you have to understand the country that has the legal jurisdiction over the platform on which you intend to become a content creator. For example, the owner for Meta and YouTube, where are they located? Where do they reside? In the United States of America. And therefore, it is imperative and incumbent for you to understand the legal ramifications that will be associated with you becoming a content creator on those platforms. So before you get into the game, you want to have the law on your side always. And I'm here to explain to you and break things down regarding the laws governing content creating in the United States of America. For example, if by any chance you get into any conflict with the content that you create and you publish, you would have to now fall within the jurisdiction of the United States Court of Law, since they are the ones that govern Facebook and YouTube, because they are American social media companies.
Clear, crystal clear.
Therefore, the responsibility is yours to become educated and sensitized regarding the laws that would be here to protect you when you need it most. I think that I am the fittest person to explain to you the publishing laws and the rights regarding content creating online, since I have a track record as a 2 times book publisher. And now I am a certified Canadian book publisher. As an author, the first time I became acquainted with the laws regarding publishing and writing, when I published my first book in 2008, I had to research everything that has to do with publications and copyright. And so I have gathered a plethora of knowledge regarding my rights as a publisher when I decide to publish any information out in the world. In 2023, I've published my second book, which is a memoir where I chronicled my life and my struggles. And this has actually made me become a certified Canadian book publisher. And as a book publisher, you get to understand all that you need to know regarding your publishing rights. Publishing rights is slightly different for a book and content creating online. However, you are going to find an overlap. I'm here to break down for you not the publishing rights for a book, but rather publishing rights for content that you put out there online. One of the main concepts that you have to understand as a content creator is public domain. Now, public domain has to do with any information, whether written, picture, videos, electronic, that already exists within the public domain. As long as there is not a registration of copyright attached to it, then anyone from the public has access to that material. In my case, as a blogger, a content creator, my niche is blogging. That means I can take anything within the public domain in order to criticize, to comment, to give educational value, and also to give a form of entertainment from it, providing there is no copyright attached to it. If there is a copyright attached to it, then I have to reach out to the copyright owner of that registration of copyright and ask for their permission in order to use the material. Now, when I do that, that material now fall into what is called fair use. So according to the laws of the United States of America, fair use is granted to persons like me, who is a blogger, who intend to use copyright material for the sole purpose of commentary. So I can comment on it, I can give a reaction out of it, I can use it for entertainment purposes, as long as I do not defame anyone in the post. So anytime you decide to put up a picture or a video or any status on Facebook, it now falls within the public domain. You put it out there in the public domain. The public domain is where all that you put out is collected. So according to the legal jurisdiction, once you hit that post button, it's no longer yours. You have no power over it. It's now falling in the public domain, and people like me, anybody can take it and criticize it and comment on it freely. If the person goes into your personal phone or the person hack your computer and release it, that's a different thing. Then you can take that person to court. But once the information is already in the public domain, you cannot do the person anything because you have already put it out there. A legal right to access it and to do whatever they want with it. In my case, you can take all of my information that I put out there on my videos. I see people reposting my videos and doing commentaries on my videos. I see some of my videos, one of them ended up on Hot 97 radio station in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The API, Agency for Public Information, took one of my concepts for the tea bag that I promoted. I was the first to break a story, and they shared it on the television station. I cannot do anything regarding that because the information was collected from the public domain. I put it out. This is my first step to breaking the laws down for you regarding content creation. I'm doing it because I care and I want to educate you regarding the law. As a trained teacher, it is my responsibility to educate you whenever the need arises. Based on the video I've just shown you, it is okay for us as bloggers to go into the public domain, take Boo's video, take Alicia Kim's video, give our analysis like how I do my teachable moment and others, critique and analyze without defaming them and also without saying anything that could be deemed harassment or bullying to the persons. However, if we come out on our blogs with information that only is privy to Alicia Kim and Boo, and Alicia did not give any permission or Boo did not give any permission for that information to be disclosed, then that could have legal implications. I'm just saying up in there, so it's a perfect teachable moment. Sometimes we are hurting, we feel so much pain, emotional pain, psychological pain from breakups, to the point where we want to take the law in our hands and think that we can go and say and do things in order to appease the hurt that we're feeling. Sometimes we could be digging a bigger and a deeper hole that buried us in the end. The words we say, our actions, sometimes they cannot be taken back. Even if the video comes down, the fact is a lot of us have already have clips, as you have seen. You will never hear me play those private conversations of Alicia on my channel, never, because I don't play with fire. That would be fire. I would only play and put what they already have put out to the rest of the public, and in that way I would not be held liable. We have to be wise. In as much as we would like to grow our channels, we have got to be wise and we have got to be careful, and we've got to always be on the side of the law. We have got to dot our I's and cross our T's. Thank you for watching, and remember, no matter what you do, never try to put out another person's light in order for you to be able to shine. God bless you.